a particular thing, particular signal or signifier which responds to kind of what is out there, rather race is being produced by the signifier. Although what they're doing, they're constructing race as producing us. But what I want to argue is that actually we're producing race, and it's really interesting to work with that tension, actually, because that's what I'm teaching them. That's what I'm going to teach them. I mean, imagine it's really difficult. I've found out that I'm wanting to teach them that it's the other way around. How do I do that? They're starting off with the assumption that race produces you, and I want to go on really to say that, well, actually, it's the other way around, and you're all wrong. And what I did was to start off with, but I drew on learning race at university. There's some brilliant autobiographical pieces written by students at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in 2007, and all of them were kind of outsiders and sort of almost like the alien I was talking about, and sort of not taking things, if you like, in South Africa for granted, and being very aware of how they've been constructed by others. And what this is really interesting, they learned a great deal. One of them was someone called Wesley Oates, and his mother is black, his father is white, and he always defined himself. He comes from Canada, and he always defined himself as black, as most people of mixed heritage do. And he imagined that he wanted to mix with a variety of different people, and he imagined that possibly most people who mixed would be black. And he found out that it wasn't the case. It was amazing. Because when he arrived, black people ignored him. Okay, he didn't mix. Well, people that he thought were black ignored him. He didn't mix them. But then students who identified as coloured came up to him and said hi and hello and made friends with them. White students kind of ignored him as well. So he found that was kind of weird, and he never identified as coloured before, and he found it a bit uncomfortable initially. But then coming to suddenly becoming a coloured person from being a black person. And then another student, Oni Selawili, from a woman from Botswana, construction of race, which she wasn't used to before. And it's kind of, I mean, it's sad, it's horrible, but it's also kind of quite sort of absurd in a way. And there's someone called Romantic, and she was from Mauritius, and she describes herself in an article as having olive skin and some blondish hair. And what she found was that in Mauritius, she's used to mixing, certainly cross-race divides and things. When she came to Durban, she found that people, she did mix with black students and coloured students and Indian students and white students, but not all together. It was usually in separate bits. And she found that people tended to construct her in ways which made her like one of them. Okay, so Indian students kind of constructed her as someone from an exotic Indian, some country of India place like Goa, and white students constructed her as a Mediterranean person with a good tan, and so she was essentially a white person who could integrate with them, and then black students and coloured students. And it said, and what they argue in a way is that what we see from these examples is the way in which the race kind of works to construct, or how race is constructed, and through the categories, and how the categories themselves produce identity, a scenario, the discursive, symbolic environment. Then you too get constructed in certain ways, and you can't get out of it. And in a way, it's sort of becomes quite absurd. So in the multi-choice examination, I sort of read this. I mean, there's absurdity to it in a way, about Wesley Oates discovers he wasn't black when he arrived at the University of KwaZulu-Natal from Canada, where the door is like, why is that? He got a new mirror. He got sick in the tight and was poor when he landed in South Africa. Black students tended to ignore him, and only coloured students befriended him. He realised that he was really coloured after all. And one of the things, which, I mean, the pencil test under apartheid, I mean, it's horrific what happened, the consequence, but at the same time, it's laughable. And humour needs to be a key part, I think, of teaching race. And no one's really laughing that much at the moment, but you're going to be laughing really, really soon, hopefully. Sorry, this is this is another way actually. I got this photograph yesterday. It's a really nice photograph. It's taken outside here, and you all real stars in this, and especially the person actually who's you can't see in the middle, who happens to be me actually, but that's really nice. And again, this is another way of kind of thinking about race, which to some extent pulls together the kind of absurdity of race and with almost the materiality of race. It's sort of saying that yes, it's absurd that we're treated as if we belong to different species. That's absurd. It's ridiculous. The pencil test, all this stuff, but also being treated as if you belong to different species and creating a society which reinforces that, produces it. It produces a materiality. And so, but we have to hold on to, and it's a very serious materiality. People, it's highly offensive, it's disgusting that we have roads, dividing coloured areas and black areas, and here there's an incredibly affluent university with fantastic roads called Queen Victoria Road, and I'm British, and it really makes me feel, lots of goosebumps in my spine or whatever, and it makes me feel the opposite. It makes me feel like totally vomiting all over the place. And we experience this, and 15 minutes off the road, but it's also the absurdity that people are being treated as if, and I think that needs to be really held on to, because it brings about the kind of an important way of thinking about the biological basis for race, and yet race claims it's biological, but the material, the deadly, appalling material, dehumanizing materiality of race. That's a really nice picture. I really like it. Race is really unreal, kind of, in a sense, and I do want to argue, for humour as pedagogy, particularly playing around with subverting race categories, which normally we ratify and take for granted. And for example, I mean, in the course I teach, we look at particularly the reification of race through the racialization of spaces. So how certain spaces become called black, become called, as if they've got a personality. There's this thing called black. This is my space, okay, Mr. Black and Mr. White, and kind of it's sort of carved out as this space. And then one of the things I've asked my students to do in tutor groups as well is something mapping Stellenbosch racially. How do you go about doing it? Can you draw a map? We've got the GSP thing, and we'll have a racial map of Stellenbosch. And can you do this? And people find that quite easy to do, actually. I mean, it's kind of, it's too easy in some ways to do. It's not very nice in a way. But then people say, well, this nightclub, this is black, or this is white, and this is coloured, and then I said, well, how do you know? I mean, is it painted white? No, it's a music. Don't be stupid. It's a music. I mean, that's what happens. If you ask these kinds of questions, people say, oh God, this guy's a nut. How can I explain it to him? The problem is he can't explain it to me because we need to deconstruct race to understand. And so what makes that? And so you just go on and on. There's like kids asking, why all the time? Why do puddles have water in them? And I feel like that a bit. And does it send out white vibes? And it becomes absurd. It becomes nonsense. And I think this is really good teaching about the absurdity of race, and it's good. I mean, it's nice. It's enjoyable doing it as well, because people like Kevin Durheim's work and Tosi and Brown have done a brilliant book actually called Race Trouble. I don't think you've come across it, but they look at one of the key problems in the post-apartheid era is around race. Is that race is so troubling. People are really scared to talk about mixed groups, racial mixed groups. They kind of skirt around it and jiggle around it. We use lots of other names like culture and tradition or whatever, which are really synonyms of race, and partly they do that because of the huge disjunction between the rhetoric in that Rainbow Nation and the reality of huge kind of racialized inequalities, and people are afraid of being accused of being racist as well, and that's really interesting. And one of my concerns in teaching is to try and avoid that. I'm not there to put people on guilt trips. Putting people on guilt trips trips is highly problematic. Certainly, yes, we need to know about the racialized divisions and wealth and affluence, etc. But it's just almost sort of getting a so we're talking, for example, about the racialization of spaces or the racialization of activities or nightclubs. One of the sort of concerns that's simmering beneath the surface, and I can tell all the time, and it's come out in the tutor groups, is that, well, what do you mean? We're not, but we just go around the people we want to. We don't do it because we're racist. That's what they can say. It's almost as if imagine you're accusing them of racism, but it's not that at all. And I want to make that really clear. And I think we should do that. That this is the reality of racialization in apartheid society, and we're not holding certain people accountable for not mixing. Because one of the concerns that's come up is forced mixing. Saying, I'm so interested in saying, the transformation thing. That if we're going to take the racialization of spaces seriously, then how can people say, well, certain music, the reason why people go to black nightclubs or white clubs is because of music? Can we think of sort of institutions or having concerts here which use a variety of different kinds of music, so that to bring people from different race backgrounds, take it seriously. Nadine Dobie, a researcher who did a fantastic ethnography at a school in Durban, argued she found that when she asked people, who do you go around with and who do you hang about with, people spoke about friendships in terms of taste, not race, which I think is not surprising. But they said that we go around with people that we have similar taste in music or fashion or whatever. But at the same time, tastes were highly racialized, and so in some ways, race was being inscribed through taste, and also people who did, and race borders or gender borders, whatever, may be slightly pleased in certain ways. So this person was in my tutor group was saying that he goes to the coloured nightclub. But people, some of these white friends, as a white guy, some of these white friends, they do say, that why are you going with them? It's a joke about it, and it's kind of, even if they don't joke about it, it's not too serious. It still implies it's a deviation. It still implies it's some sort of pressure. So, sorry, get on, please. So one thing I hate, and is technology. Right, I'm going to stop breathing until you come on. Stop breathing. What's happening? It's coming, right, done it. It's amazing how you get totally dependent actually on this. If you organise a presentation based, because I could talk about it without it, but I can't remember exactly where I am in it. Wait, so continue. What I do? Sorry? Oh, yeah. Please. So I think, I'm asleep actually. I'm going to wake up from the dream now. No, I'm not! And it's gone again. Oh, this is awful. What's it to this? Yeah, it's great. No, how much? That's it, great. And I have to remember my thing as well. I'm really sorry. Oh no, this is unbelievable. This really is a nightmare. I think I'll see it, please. I think I did, because I'm getting really what's actually 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Sorry? Oh, is that it? Okay. Oh, right, okay. But if you do it too often, then it sort of shuts down altogether, doesn't it? Well, I've done the one thing. It's a really exciting presentation. Don't go. I'm just going to wait a minute. I'm just so nervous. Yeah. Oh no! God, that's so awful.
Rob, why don't you take it up? At least you'll have it in front of you. So take it out of the.
Right,
you
top of
won't,
that.
you won't, you won't.
Yeah.
Switch credentials and get
'Cause I've got-
someone else
the thing
to
is-
go in.
Oh, can I do that actually? Is that
I
okay?
think so, yeah. And then
No,
So-
people still need to.
Oh, well, I've got.
Somebody else's
log
computer.
in.
I don't know, I can't log into this computer. I think.
You can, if
You
you
can log
switch
in.
user.
Switch
Switch
user.
user.
How do you no,
It's so weird how it happened, wasn't it? It just went all black. for some
Can you
reason.
talk to it?
Sorry?
Can you try and talk to it?
Okay. You're in big trouble, okay? Misbehave, yeah.
Do you want to, maybe, do you need to project it? You could just open it and read from the screen.
Yeah. Oh, you can, yeah? That's great.
Did you got it on there? Huh?
Yeah, it's on here actually, yeah.
Well, then, okay. Oh, you got started.
Right. It's a shame because, I mean, the reason is I've got some
I can give my
dialogue on it.
I think this is going to get you. Is it going to get this? I think so.
So I've got things to do.
That should do it. There we go. Oh.
It's weird, isn't
That's
it?
weird.
Why don't we switch on to the laptop?
We're
We can use my computer.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Thanks so much.
It's fine, I've got the laptop.
you see. Oh, that's not connected. No. Commercial break.
Yeah.
Now we're switching to Apple. Everybody notices. Yeah.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna write my password down in case it locks out.
All right, understand.
We did find you.
Ross, we've got another laptop.
So 20. Do you want some more trips? Look, it's all so it's Robert Megan. That's it, yeah. Yeah, and so that's wonderful.
Can I pause this? What is it?